that's him and
He's going to give it to Luca.
no pronunciations. The guy down there might need some help on your pronunciation.
Yeah. So go get the. We want to like that trailer. It lives in the glamour of it all.
And I can move my stuff over too.
I'm not allowed to get anything. Abby doesn't want all my friends knowing that. I'm not allowed to do anything without
He doesn't have his name on one of them.
We gotta get a pass to leave the house.
It's a standing pass. I just walk by the front door and go, I'm using it.
You clock him out.
Nothing everybody.
Wait till you've been married for 44 years. You do what you want when you want. And you ignore everything.
I'm in year 28.
Man, you gotta be an intern.
What do you do? Okay, got it.
That will be in November. I told these guys I'm just trying to get the date numbers too.
Tell Dave what's happening in your day.
Every time the day ends well, she'll give me a hug and she'll say like, let's get together again soon. And then without fail, the next day, I get a text saying, after thinking about things, I think we should. I never push it. I just look
Stop at the hug.
I mean, we went to Subway.
You trying to be big.
I thought you were going to say, how much that the day went well, I thought you were going to say,
It took because you only lived 6 inches.
where he's marking.
You were on the camera 6 inches. Yeah, on the camera.
You took your date to Subway? Is that what you said? You took your date to Subway? You know what? This is a family show now.
Hey, that's where he has the coupons. Subway.
Number 22 is wearing 11. Hey, Tez is wearing 11 today.
22. Shantez Kane is wearing 11.
Yep.
What other one changes?
That's it.
Right. This is Willie Williams is playing though. That marked that off, but that just was his starting.
No, he's
still
playing, but he's not starting.
Next 2 doors down. I guess it is a lot.
I know,
But it's closer on the way out.
Yeah, we're 2 doors down.
That used to be a Kingston park. They decided to put you guys in.
Right.
That's what I'm
Height.
bringing.
Awesome. Should have brought my little kids.
Hey Mike, you want to come down? Mike, you want to cup these over my shoulder so you can get him your names down?
Is he giving
I'm
that
not
back?
gonna time to come over there. I gotta stay here.
No, are you going to give that back?
Yeah, I watched it.
Well, you might want to look at some of these names, see if they're hard to pronounce.
Is there a way that you got to and then I can hand it to you. Yes, please.
You're able to do that for the replay.
Test it. You say test 1, 2, 3. You gotta hit the button.
Push the button on the floor, say common foul. We're going to review for a flagrant one.
After review. You're supposed to look straight ahead.
Are we supposed to tell them what we're doing first?
After review, slow motion.
Well, we're going to do Anthony.
We did work in NBA games.
Yeah.
Where?
So Billy Candy's coming down and have G-League games here. Yeah, they started out like that.
Like this. See, we're going to get like this.
So we didn't have the microphone.
Hey, Mike. Sorry to interrupt.
So he comes over and goes, where's the microphone?
Do you know, are we going? Still right now as well. Are we going Anthem? Or
Anthem, then announcement. Yes, sir.
After review and look.
I said go with the anthem. That was my call, Sam.
Hey, did you see that? Hey, interns all over it.
Right? Are you singing the anthem too?
Not singing.
I don't. We can put the words up there for you.
No, hey, I'm going to be like the little girl that was in last year. The one with the dress.
Oh, we can't.
I said, listen. I said, I'm going to record this. This little girl getting on fire. She was like, good morning, America. The next morning. Oh, man, it was a
JB went to G-League too. He went to
I was telling you, we were trying not to laugh. It was like, everybody was like, are we singing? Gotcha. I didn't know if you had to to
No, his starters, that star, and that star.
Body goes down.
This
It's
guy,
all
he's a
fits
little
back.
funny star, but that's one of them. And then Sean Tez is the last one.
Brett, you get all the way to the other end of the floor, and you're waiting for the ball to come down, and your partner just starts walking.
Are you sitting there the whole game? Or you just doing
I got
no, just till we get the national anthem stuff done. Yeah, what's the name of the
Hey, Mike. Where's Mike?
Yes, I'm here.
the community Christian?
I can't see you.
I'm behind you.
Right in front of Jason.
No, I'm just gonna take it.
Well, I gotta tell you, they've got it all. Okay, that star's one. That star, this star. This little star by 4, they switched that. And it changed those numbers too. So you're just doing starters, right? And then Sean Tez is number 11.
Okay.
Right there, okay? Now you got Riley's already, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll write this down. I'll be ready to roll.
Hey, you gotta come here. You gotta do this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They don't do it with us.
Good morning. We would like to welcome everyone to today's contest featuring the Southeastern Illinois College Falcons versus the Community Christian Lions. Those that are able, if you could please rise, gentlemen, remove the caps for
Which
the
one's
playing of our
SIC
national
going to be?
anthem.
Is it going to be the Pacers or the other one?
Home. Falcons are home. So.
Okay. Mike? Albert? Here we go. Here we go. SIC is home. SIC is home.
All right, we're going to introduce the starting lineup.
SIC is home.
For the visiting side, for Community Christian Lions out of Detroit, Michigan.
You haven't clocked in now.
They are coached by Mr. Kendall English. Introducing our starters. From Roseville, the sophomore, 5'11", number 1, Terrence Partridge. The 6'1", sophomore from Southfield, Daquan Coach. His first year, freshman, number 15, Jeremy Willingham. Number 4, from the D, Detroit, the freshman, 6'6", Solomon Parks. Also by way of Detroit, a 6'6" sophomore, number 11, Shantez Hayes.
Hey, that doesn't match what I've got.
All right, for your home team, the Southeastern Illinois College Falcons. From Harrisburg, Illinois, they are coached by the reigning USCAA National Coach of the Year, Mr. Sam Swinford. Assistant coach, Riley Swinford. Assistant coach, Noah Tipping. And our manager, Mr. Jacob Dotson. Now for your starters. From the Ville, Louisville, Kentucky, 6'3" freshman. Guard number 1, Malachi Hamilton. Next starter, number 32, by way of Ozark, Illinois, 6'6" sophomore at the guard position, Charles King. By way of Benton, Kentucky, he's a freshman, 5'10" guard. Number 6, Lucas. Big, point. From the borough, Owensboro, Kentucky, 6'10" sophomore at center, number 5, Wade Well. And a hometown sensation, 6'5" freshman at guard, number 16, Ty Cease. Our officials are Mr. Marcus Gossett, Mr. Kenny Ludlow, and Mr. Andy Homa.
We'll figure it out. Sorry to pull you.
You good with this? Everybody good? TV, you guys good?
We're good back here.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Apologies for the lack of a introduction. Welcome to Gainbridge Fieldhouse on the Court of Dreams, Community Christian College. Your DC3 Lions and the Southeastern Illinois Falcons. Sam Swinford, their head coach, and Kendall English in his first year. Swinford in his fourth year. Daquan Coach going to win the tip. He's going to go right to the rack and try to get a foul. He's going to get the call. He will go to the line for 2, starting us off early.
At the line shooting 2, Daquan.
And then if you need any help, there's also this spot right here. Yeah, just try to match it. You can also wait for it to sync up before you press play. Makes that first free throw, averaging 21 points per game, by far the leading scorer on this team, shoots 73% from the free throw line. He makes his first of the day to open up the scoring for DC3.
Let you enjoy yourself.
I do it normally, but that's fine.
No, if you want, I'll slide it down.
Such an excellent opportunity. These two teams played against each other last year. He makes a second. As Community Christian came out on top. Obviously both teams in different positions. Falcons having their best season under Swinford by a wide margin. So it's going to be double teamed in the corner. Is number 4, excuse me, that was number 2, Charles Kane, the leading scorer for Southeastern Illinois, averaging 20 points per game himself, and a really efficient 52% from the floor. To side out, making his first start of the day is going to be number 15, Jeremy Willingham. Was just played in the JV tournament a couple days ago, was on the all-tournament team, won a nice plaque for that. Driving inside, stolen away. Here's Terrence Partridge on the fast break. Looking for a teammate, not going to find one, going to look to take it himself. Gets it stolen, ripped out of his hands by Ty Cease. Ty Cease, freshman, coming back from a knee injury. He's had a very good year. Wadane well inside, wants the bucket, not going to get it. Rebound, Shantez Kane. Gainbridge Fieldhouse, home of the Indiana Pacers. You see that nice crowd that came out for Southeastern Illinois. Got some fans from Detroit as well that have been with this team on the road all season. Here's Willingham looking for somebody. Wants Coach in the corner, gonna find him. Guarded by Cease, drives in, gets it into Willingham, who's able to get the layup to go underneath the basket. It's Lucas Pig and Ty Cease going back and forth. Stolen and almost stolen. It wanted Daquan Coach wanted that. He almost clobbered Ty Cease trying to get the ball. Ball swinging around. Here's Malachi Hamilton. Finds Cease. Far side wing. Charles Kane at the top of the key. Wants the 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Coach off the ground. Who's now looking for a fast break. This is how the Lions score so efficiently. We'll talk about starters and keys to the game here in a second. Terrence Partridge, excellently guarded by Lucas Pig. Here's Shantez Kane. There, easy layup for Mr. Kane, somebody who averages 5 points per game himself. Sorry, 6 points per game and 7 rebounds, effective clip. He's been battling Daryl Blackman for that starting lineup. Daryl Blackman not in attendance today, so he'll miss his paint presence tonight, or this morning, excuse me. 3, top of the key. That's Ty Cease, also off the mark. They haven't missed, or they haven't made a shot yet. So Community Christian's getting off to a hot start. 6-0 your score, just a few minutes into the game. Daquan Coach, far side wing, gets it to Solomon Park, someone who hasn't started a lot, but gets a job today. Fade away, that's gonna be off the mark, short, rebound to Cease. Ty Cease drives, gets right past Partridge, double teamed in the paint, rebounded by Kane, not quite, it's gonna go back to Cease, gets his own board, looking for a teammate, nobody's moving. Here's Lucas Pig, far side wing, almost a travel, not quite. Charles Kane, far side corner, drives in, takes a, woo, Kobe-esque shot from Charles King. Took me by surprise. Nothing but net there. Daquan Coach now. Partridge near side wing, guarded by Pig. Spin move, excellent work there. Wants the layup to get it to go. It's Solomon Parks.
That's the deal about Parks.
Excellent layup there. 8-2 your score. Falcons scored for the first time off of that. Excellent mid-range shot by Mr. King, 6'6" sophomore. Lucas Pig driving in, wants a foul, is gonna get one. It's gonna be Jeremy Willingham called for the foul. No substitutions for either side as of yet. So keys to the game for Community Christian, for them it's simple. Defense, rotate, and scramble. They wanna be disciplined on the defensive side of the ball, and they believe if they can be disciplined, as head coach Kendall English has said, then they will have a great chance of winning this game. Here's another mid-range shot, nothing but net. Charles King could score over anybody, it looks like. Partridge now taking it up the court. Here's Coach for 3, doesn't take many of those. He's gonna airball it, and he's gonna hear it from the crowd after that. Second to last game for both of these teams. Falcons gearing up for a playoff run in the USCAA. Community Christian not going to be able to qualify for playoffs, unfortunately. Would need to win this game and their next against Washtenaw CC on Thursday, because that's going to be a 3 from Dainwell off the mark. Rebound back to King. Here's a 3, Malachi Hamilton. Far side win, he gets it to go.
3-point basket, number 1, Malachi Hamilton.
7-2 run. But the Lions would need to win today and again Thursday against Washtenaw CC to match the program record in wins in a season. Last year they were 15-12. Currently sitting at 13-13. Here Lions are. Here's Partridge looking to do all types of things. Knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of Parks. Lucas Pig must have knocked it off of Parks' shoulder to be able to force the turnover. Checking in now is going to be Kevin Steele. Cato, they call him.
14 checking in, Kevin Steele Jr., Detroit freshman, 16.
Averaging 4 points per game, an excellent defensive player. Typically tasked with guarding the best offensive player on the court. You'll see him guarding Kane right now. Kane likes that matchup. He's going to try to dribble out of it. Finds Hamilton near side wing, guarded by Solo. Wants with Dainwell, not going to find him. Daquan Coach with the steal. He averages 3 of those a game. Driving. Goes right to the rack, wants a foul, he's gonna get it as he falls over.
Foul number 4,
Wadonwell, excuse me. Had a chance to talk to Swinford a couple days ago, but not prior to game time, so I was unaware of his starters or some of the pronunciation. So apologies to the Falcon fans watching from home. Although I'll be honest, looks like most of you are in the crowd this afternoon. Here's Steele near side corner. Finds Shantez Kane. Terrence Partridge wants to drive. Not quite. He's going to swing around. Shantez Kane goes over his head. It's going to go to Solo Parks instead. 3's off the mark. Kevin Steele wanted the offensive board, not going to get it. Here's Charles Kane on the fast break. Driving wants Pig. Pig going to drive in. Gets it stolen out of his hands. Ripped away, not quite. Pig on the ground. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go back in the direction.
Community Christian Lions, segment to the game, number 5, Trey West.
Not sure what direction it is going. They are not running up court and down court. We'll make sure to fix that camera angle for you at halftime or at our next available opportunity. So Partridge now leading the offense. Calling out the play. Here's coach near far side Wayne, excuse me. Far three. Terrence Partridge wanted it, not going to get it. Malachi Hamilton with the board. Defense will settle back in, so fast break opportunity lost, but here's Ty Cease. Excellent score himself. Hamilton going to take another three. That's short. Rebound coach. He's had a few good rebounds already. Here's Partridge, wants to score again. Going to find some sort of floater. No, it's going to be Solo Parks in the paint. Triple teamed and dribbles it off his own legs. It'll go out of bounds. Roughly 14 minutes left to go in this game.
Checking in for the Falcons, number 21, freshman, 6'6", here in Illinois, Jonathan Harrison.
John Harrison checking in now. Typically a 10-man rotation, but Riley Rushing and Joel Horton have had injuries in the first half of the season. It's nice to see them back on the court and healthy. Here's Ty Cease dribbling around coach. Can want something, finds a teammate, not quite. It gets deflected out of bounds by Kevin Steele.
Ball stays with the Southeastern Illinois.
And Charles King's going to run down the tunnel to go chase that ball.
He'll come back in down here.
Sam Swinford, an excellent coach and athletic operations coordinator for Southeastern Illinois. Played for this team for 2 seasons, was a 2-year starter. That layup off the mark. They're going to call the late foul, though. Not sure what on, but it'll be Ty Cease going to the line. And Sam Swinford also played for and coached the Team USA U19 team.
Second. He has 2.
I only want to get into that. I don't want to say the wrong one. Somebody
You got 2, coach.
other
Ty Cease, a 79% shooter from the free throw line, makes that first one. Coming off a knee injury this past season, 18 points per game. Also shooting 51% from the floor. Just a lot of very efficient scorers for the Southeastern Illinois team. The past seasons combined with this one, Sam Swinford has a combined record of 37 and 39, so still trying to overcome that, even though this has been such a successful season up to this point. I'm going to say that one of the players jumped off early. And you look out into the crowd, you see all those Southeastern Illinois Falcons fans that made the trip. Some Lions fans sprinkled in there as well. He's able to take advantage of the violation, make that second free throw. 9-8 is your score in favor of the Falcons. Willie Williams is checked in now. He'll set up top of the key. Calling out the play. Here's Steele wide open. Looks like some sort of zone defense. Not typically what they run. They're typically a man-to-man team. Here's Cease driving down the lane, wants everything. They're going to call a charge, and it's going the other way. Kevin Steele laying his body on the line to send the ball the other direction. Send possession the other direction, excuse me. Trey West is also checked in. Speaking of checking in, here's Brian Jenkins, a 6'3" sophomore. Only 7 points per game, but shoots 61% from the floor. This is a team that's just so efficient, scoring all over the place. .13 minutes left to go here in the first half. Court of Dreams here, Gainbridge Fieldhouse at the Indiana Pacers Arena. Indianapolis has been such a fun city for us to be around for the past couple days. Our players visited Indiana University Columbus yesterday, watched their game. Here's an inside shot, Solo Parks. Easy bucket for him. Brian Jenkins now going to lead the offense. Get a screen here from Charles King. He's played every minute up to this point. That's Gabe James, freshman. Now to John Harrison. Excellent rotation on offense. There's an easy bucket for Brian Jenkins. Probably why he shoots 61% from the floor. He's able to get buckets and looks like that. Partridge, near side wing. They're swinging the ball around, try to see where this zone defense lacks. That's what this team will do. Here's Willie Williams, goes over the back of the basket. No good for him. Here's Kane checking back in, gonna sit down Solo Parks. Gabe James now, gonna see a three-quarter court press from this team. Gonna get some sort of moving screen action, not quite. Here's a shot from James. Another mid-range, good to go for the Falcons. Extend their lead by 3 now. Been a pretty close, tightly contested game up to this point. That's what you like to see, the court of dreams. Here's a 3 from Kevin Steele to tie it up. Cato from the corner. Brian Jenkins finds Harrison inside. Wanted to pass it out, he just throws the ball on the ground.
Falcons Lions basketball.
I put an extra seat cushion here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we do it too. If I had enough, it'd all go 2 or 3.
Here's Trey West by himself. Wants Kane in the paint. He's going to find him. Get it blocked by Harrison. Wants a foul there. Not going to get it. Ball's moving around. Passing all types of different ways. Here's Kane inside. Wants an easy lay. Not going to get it to go. But Harrison with the offensive board and puts it in. Excellent ball movement. Excellent shot selection. That's what this Falcon team does. And they're going to look to take a timeout. And Coach Ken's going to regroup his team. Tied, not quite, not anymore. 15-13 is your score. A little over 11 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be back on the other side of this.
We don't have any game sponsors for today, but we would like to thank every restaurant you ate at this morning. We would like to thank every coffee shop. We would like to thank every gas station that made your trip possible.
Their timeouts are a little different than
Yeah.
So what, they started with 4?
Yeah.
So I'll just go by that.
Yeah. 3:30's in a full.
The second half doesn't carries over or
No. You got to use one.
Try to use one of them
before you
just like that's like
Exactly.
Okay.
Looked like the Arizona play, didn't it? No. The Arizona play was a foul. Hey, that's why you're not referee anymore. That's 2 whistles.
At that level.
Lions basketball.
Partridge, far side wing, coming out of the timeout, wants a 3-pointer. He's going to take it. Usually money for him. That's a spot. Not going to make it that time. Here's Cato stealing the ball out of his hands. Here's Trey West inside. Bouncing that ball up and in. Tying the game up 15 apiece. Fun game to watch so far. If you're just joining us, we are live from Indianapolis, Indiana at Gainbridge Fieldhouse where the Indiana Pacers play. Make sure I have to say that because you think Gainbridge Fieldhouse, you wonder what's that? Used to be called the, forget the old name of it, but it had the same name for so long. Here's a lay from John Harrison. So, and a big thing to note here, Daquan coached 2 fouls on him, as well as Ty Cease with 2 fouls. So 2 of the game's biggest scorers that we expected to see in this matchup are already sitting on the bench in foul trouble. Possible we could see them towards the end of the first half, but not sure if either one of these coaches want to risk it. Here's Shantez Kane inside, wants some sort of hop step, finds Partridge again outside. They say he walked out of bounds. The floater would have been good to go, so that's unfortunate for him. 17-15 your score here. Leading scorers for both sides, John Harrison and Charles Kane, both with 4 points apiece for the Falcons. And Solo Parks, to most people's surprise, 4 points on 2 of 4 shooting to lead the Lions. Someone who typically averages 5 a game, shooting 30% from the floor. Excellent work from him so far. Really grown into his role this season. Someone will be back, or we expect to be back with Community Christian next season. I imagine most of these Lions are going to get offers. I tried to fix the camera angle to make it better. I feel like I only made it worse, so I apologize for that.
Second back in. Falcons on 11. Ty Cease.
So Ty Cease is checked back in. They're going to say they don't expect him to foul again. If you're Community Christian, I imagine you want to kind of bait him into foul trouble there. Here's a mid-range shot from Charles Kane. That's nothing. But net, it kind of rolled off the rim a little bit. Kwan Kearney's now checked in for Community Christian. But those mid-range shots, that's what he's best at, those low percentage shots that still go in. Here's Trey West wanting an easy shot, not going to take it, or not going to make it, excuse me. Rebound to Charles Kane, averages 8 rebounds a game. Gabe James, top of the key, guarded by Steele. Here's Kearney on Kane. Cease trips, but he ends up getting the ball. Pump fake, drives in, almost gets the ball ripped away from him, wants a foul. He's going to get it. Fouled by Shantez Kane.
Foul number 11, Kane. Baseline out of bounds to the Falcons.
Looks like we're going to have some substitutions coming in. Tyquan Owens getting ready to check in. Here's Harrison, blocked. Thought it was all ball. They're going to call a foul instead. I believe they're going to call that on Kane, so that'll be his second.
Foul number 11, Kane. At the line, shooting 2, number 21.
So in a stunning revelation, Tyquan Owens, who was running our scoreboard just 2 seconds ago, is going to check in now. He subbed out Andre Forbes, now sitting to my right, so we might see some changes in who's running camera and scoreboard throughout the afternoon.
Checking into the game, number 12, Tyquan Owens.
Second free throw for John Harrison, getting ready to go. 19 to 15 your score right now, just a little over halfway into the first half.
And I've got 3 on the home team.
Shantez Kane going to talk talk a little bit. The referee is going to have a word with each of them. We're going to try to fix this camera just a little bit. That looks a little better. Second free throw's off the mark, but he gets his own board, finds Cease outside. Gabe James now gets the ball. Top of the key. Cease on the outside. Charles King.
Pass is given by the son of Queen Elizabeth, number 2, Charles King.
Here's Kane going to find an open paint. Not able to make that floater. Rebound to Brian Jenkins, but it's stolen by Tyquan Owens. Kearney wants a pass. Goes through the hands of Owens, and it's going to be a turnover for the Lions.
7-15, Mason.
6-point lead for the Falcons. This is a game where we were not sure what kind of passion or energy we might get from the Lions after just going on a brutal losing streak since that overtime loss to Hocking a couple weeks ago. But this is a team that will continue to fight. I don't know where I was going with it. I'll just be honest with you. Here's a shot, Charles Kane. It's my last game of the season, so I'm starting to, brain's getting a little cloudy. Here's Shantez Kane falling on the ground for that ball. I believe they called a jump ball on that, so it is going to be Lions basketball there. Kearney will lead the offense here for Community Christian. Trey West to near side. Wayne gets a screen from Kane, had the open 3. He's going to take it, and he's going to make it. Cut the deficit down to 3 for DC3. Now Gabe James, guarded tightly by Willie Williams. Owens on defense now. Not someone we typically see on the varsity team. Good to see him get some minutes on the Court of Dreams here in Indianapolis. Gabe James, far side corner. Shot is off the mark. And they said that John Harrison jumped from out of bounds, so it is going to be a, no, they're going to say it's a foul on Trey West instead. Wants a tip in for Charles Kane, wants another tip in. from Cease, not going to get it. Here's Kane with an open three. He's going to take it. That's off the mark. Rebound, Kane. Looks like there's a foul on Mason Presser, who's checked in. 6'5" freshman. This is a very tall Southeastern Illinois team. Pretty much the entire team above 6 foot besides number 3, Lucas Pig. Speaking of Pig, he'll check in. Wadon Well as well is going to check in. Pig, the only person under 6 foot at 5'10". Also a pretty efficient scorer, 6 points per game, shooting 45% from the floor. Not bad for JUCO. Kwan Kearney now sends it out to Willie Williams. Surveying the offense, gets a screen from Kane. Finds Kearney in the corner, open three. They're gonna say he stepped out of bounds, so it goes the other direction. The same thing happened to Terrence Partridge a couple minutes ago.
Step out of bounds. Lions, Falcons basketball.
A lot of folks enjoying us here on the Community Christian Lions YouTube channel. Thanks for your support of JUCO athletics this season. We will be live streaming the game at Washtenaw Community College this Thursday. I will not be in attendance, so you won't hear my lovely voice there, but we will have a live stream there for you during the game. So it's sure to be a win for them. Here's another win for Ty Cease from the three-point line. Oh, excuse me, that was Mason Presser who made that three. So he's already gone over his scoring average per game. Typically averages 2 a game. Here's Trey West with a three of his own. Little high and off the mark. Rebound to Presser. Lucas Pig now in the fast break. Up against Trey West. Wants a foul, not gonna get it. Got knocked and pushed around, but the ref said it was all legal. Willie Williams, near side wing. Finds Shantez Kane, top of the key. Williams drives in. He's gonna find a wide open mid-range. He has to make it, and he does. Cuts the deficit to 4, 24-20 with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Charles Kane now sends it out. Wants Cease. No look pass, swinging it around. Lucas Pig driving, left hand. Charles Kane gets an open mid-range, not gonna make it. There's Trey West, some flash photography going on. Distracting my eyes, I'll tell you what. Trey West, all by himself, wants it coast to coast. Ball knocked outside. Kwan Kearney's gonna get that offensive board. Wants the floater, way off the mark. Rebounded by Kane, had to scramble for that one. Mason Presser drives in, gets fouled. I think by Kane again. I think that's 3 on Kane.
It's his third, team 7. One and 4 going in.
Looks like Partridge and Parks are ready to get back in. Kane's gonna be one of the guys checking out. So it's gonna be 2 free throws from Mason Presser. Leading scorers so far, Community Christian, Trey West leading the scoring for your Lions at shooting 2 of 5, 5 points for him. And no surprise here, Charles Kane, excuse me, 8 points for him. Oh. Partridge, top of the key. Scores 26-20 at this point in time. Far side wing, that's Trey West. 3-sport athlete for DC3. Partridge. This defense has this Lions team scrambling. He wanted the foul, and he's gonna get it. Partridge was in a position where he knew he would get the foul call, so he just chucked the ball up. So Pig's gonna be called for that foul. I believe they were just inside the 3-point line there. Charles Kane stepped out for maybe half a second, so he's gonna check back in. And off camera, you may or may not hear Kendall English having a talk with his guys. Using this as a mini timeout for him. So it is gonna be a 3-point attempt. As he gets 2 shots, he's only made 1, I believe. Only 1 more to go. for Partridge. Someone who averages 17 points per game, shoots 73% from the free throw line. He makes 2 of 3 there. So Pig sends it out. That's Malachi Hamilton who's checked back in. Cease wants a shot. He's going to take it. Rolls in and off the rim. Now that's Kearney leading the offense. Near side Wayne finds Partridge, top of the key. 2-3 zone look from the Falcons, typically a man-to-man team. Kearney's going to get a screen from Tyquan Owens. Here's Lucas Pig, 5'10" freshman. Waits for his opposition to jump and puts the basket in. Give them a 6-point lead. Roughly 4 minutes to go in the first half. Terrence Partridge finds Kearney. Far side Wayne. One solo Parks. Gets a screen from him, not an effective one. Here's Partridge, near side Wayne for him. Drives in, wants the floater. He's gonna get it to go. Excellent point for Partridge. And that's 4 points for him on the day. Driving in is Hamilton. Once the Euro rolls out, rebounded by Parks. Crowd wanted a foul. They're not going to get it. Here's West. Can drive on Hamilton. He will. They're going to say it's a blocking foul. Jeremy Willingham, who started this game, is checked back in. Part of that all-tournament team that was part of that JV tournament hosted by Kuiper College a couple days ago, or this weekend, excuse me. So he received a plaque yesterday. He gets a start today. That 3 is off the mark. Lucas Pig with the board. Sorry, Lucas Pig not with the board. Here's Cease. He got the board. He's going to take the 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Parks. He's been excellent on the boards. Quan Kearney drives in. Wants the mid-range. Wanted a teammate. Nobody's going to drive in and fill that spot. Here's Ty Cease. Wants to go coast to coast. He will. We're going to say it's a blocking foul. We're going to say he was in a circle there, so that's why I called the block and not the charge. And Cease will get 2 more shots at the free throw line.
At the line, shooting 2,
Ty Cease averages 18 points per game. He's only scored 2 up to this point. Both of those on free throws. 2 personal fouls for him. They wanted him to draw his 3rd. Not able to do so. Makes a first. Daquan Coach, who sat out with 2 fouls, is going to come back in for Kearney. And one of the keys to the game for Southeastern Illinois was to Did he get 3 free throws? I thought he only had 2 there. Not sure what happened there. I was with Solo. I would have jumped for that ball too. So Ty Cease is going to take a seat. Excellent scorer that he is. But one of the keys to the game for Southeastern Illinois was to contain Daquan Coach. That was the first thing that head coach Sam Swinford mentioned in our conversation a couple days ago. Got to contain number 3. So getting him to foul out would certainly be a great way to contain him. In addition to that, he talked about having a disciplined defense, as did head coach Kendall English for the Lions. Here's Trey West on the baseline, drives in, excellent layup. A little up and under, dipsy-do for Trey West. Gets that ball to go. Lucas Pig drives the ball up, near side Wayne. That was Hamilton in the corner. Charles King now. Pig, near side Wayne once again. That's Gabe James. Wadon Well wants the mid-range, gonna take it. Nothing but net. Wadon Well, 6'10", sophomore from South Sudan. He's had some trouble. Obviously, anybody who comes to college in America from overseas is gonna have some sort of trouble with all the immigration stuff going on. Gabe James with the board here. Charles King now driving towards the paint, looking to drive up. Puts a floater up, almost made the shot to go, and it is gonna be a charge. Terrence Partridge drawing that one. Partridge is a guy who always puts his body on the line for the team. But Wadon Well, 6'10" sophomore, only 4 rebounds per game. He's someone who typically will come up to the top of the key on defense, so that's why you don't see him getting as many boards as a 6'10" sophomore would typically get. Terrence Partridge, T-Ski, he calls himself, driving the ball up. Walking the ball up, excuse me. Wants a screen from Parks, able to spin around it, finds the open mid-range shot. It's off the mark, rebound to King. Gabe James now on the fast break. Wants Malachi Hamilton. Bands around his knees. Blocked out of the air by Coach. Wants somebody. Here's Trey West to Coach. Wants to go up. Oh, wanted the alley-oop. Not going to be able to take advantage of that. Trey West, all the bounce in the world. It felt like there was a little bit of a push by the Falcons cluster that gathered there in the paint, but not able to get that call. So ends up as a turnover. We got Will Weems standing directly in front of the camera. Excellent timing, Coach. Charles Kane now. That's Hamilton, near side, Wayne. Sorry, it's John Harrison, excuse me. Or no, it is Hamilton taking a three. That's too short. Rebound to Jenkins. Not quite. It's going to go back to West. Partridge going to have a one-on-one opportunity. Looking to go up off the mark, but here's a rebound tip in from Solomon Parks. Maybe he intended that, not sure. Half court press now from this DC3 team. Leaves Kane open. You don't want to do that. Almost took a mid-range shot. He's been excellent from there. Hamilton finds Gabe James near side Wayne. Guarded tightly. Now by Trey West. Here's Brian Jenkins. Going to drive in. Wants the layup. Excellent driver. That's going to be called for the foul. By who?
Pass by number 15, Willingham.
Called on Jeremy Willingham, the JV All-Star. It'll be Brian Jenkins going to the line.
That's his second.
At the line, shoot two, Brian Jenkins.
That is number 15's second, and Jenkins shoots 74% from the free throw line. Like we mentioned earlier, someone who averages 7 points per game, but he shoots 61% from the floor. They've got him a lot of open looks, or a few open looks, I should say, up to this point in the game. Wadon Wells going to take a seat. John Harrison will come back in for him. Trey West leading the scoring for Community Christian. Solomon Park, 6 points for him. Here's Willingham to Trey West in the corner. T-Ski wants the three. He's going to take it. Short, rebound to Jenkins. Charles Kane on the Wayne wants a three. Takes a step back, mid-range. Nothing but net. How do you stop that guy from the mid-range? I don't know if you can. Court of Dreams here, Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Trey West driving in, double team, puts up a really tough shot, not going to get it to go. Rebound to Kane. Here's Brian Jenkins, one-on-one. Wants the easy layup, he's going to get it. We got about 14 seconds left to go on the clock. 9-point lead for the Falcons. They've been on a bit of a run recently. Trey West finds Partridge. West, and he's going to let the clock expire. Disappointing way to end the first half if you're a Lions fan, but if you're the Falcons fan, you are reveling in this. 37-28 is your first half score. We'll be back in a little bit with the halftime break.
We're worried about the team.
It's running. What more do you want?
I'm asking you, can you start the clock, Dave?
No, he's not allowed to.
Need to know basis, right?
If only he knew about that. Is it the stats of the last game popping up on here? They ended up holding on and beating Memphis the other night?
Yeah.
Come at it real hard at the end, though, didn't they?
Uh-huh. It is.
I didn't realize he was on Memphis. That's a Juliet good?
Yeah, coming at
He's been playing a lot of G League, and then he'll get called up.
He's doing better than LeBron's kid, then,
Yeah.
isn't he? you think LeBron's kid should have made the league or not?
No.
That's what most of my friends and stuff say.
Front of a ship coming at you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's spending a lot of money around, you know. You guys do all the games, right? How friendly is LeBron? Is
Really
it
friendly.
cool?
Oh, yeah.
Is it, who's the most negative guy in the league that you guys would think pops up in your head? You're like, oh, that guy.
Back in the day, I wasn't a Chris Bosh guy.
Chris Bosh.
Sometimes he just wasn't friendly.
Who's that?
Chris Bosh, yeah. I think most of them are really friendly now. So.
You guys are too young to like back to the years whenever Detroit was really bad and all that. I'd like to see how LeBeer acted here. Lambeer and
Oh yeah.
Martin was on that team, and Mahorn and
Dumars and all.
you know what? It's so bad they got such a credit being such a bad team, bad guys. They were a great team.
Yeah.
And they lost credit for that somewhat because, well, Lambeer hurt him with that. And gosh, he could destroy the middle, couldn't he? And he could get one team's player so aggravated he'd almost foul his own self out. I think the game was really different then.
Oh, it was.
70s, 80s, I think it was better to watch.
Yeah, I think we have like 30, 40.
Now, you know, even college is starting to do this. I don't turn the game on until halftime, right? That's the best part of the game anyway. Unless it's somebody local that I know or something. Like I go to the Sleepy games down there a lot, so I go to that whole game.
Okay.
We're struggling to get back where we were a few years ago. We got a new coach, Scotty Nagy.
Yep.
He came from the right state. I think he's turning it around.
Oh yeah, he was good. I seen him during some Horizon League games.
He had to throw that team together in a minute this year. You know, and he kept two guys. One of the guys he kept, Kennard Davis, has played well. But Hensley, the other guy he kept, he's been a dog. And then another guy that he brought with him, I think his name's Sherrard something. He's a little guy and he can't do anything out there. He looks like he should be playing right here.
Yep. Well, that's
And maybe it'd be a stretch for him to play here.
Yeah.
But he's just finished out the season and he's got a bunch of really good recruits. His first home recruiting class. He's got one guard that's supposed to be in and out, doing all that 6'5". And so. It's hard to think about that already. It'll be fun tonight, no matter what happens. Did you both here last year with the OT games? I was supposed to be. It's very exciting. It was open with 1 or 2 OTs. Remember our OTs? Our guy blew that one bunny at the end of the game. Remember that? It was like, I got fouled, so I fouled out. And the ball just changed on him. I mean, it could have been the time of his turn. I felt so bad. I wanted my team to win, but I just felt somebody get one team. Good luck, guys.
So, with the update, you only get 3 characters.
All right, you ready to go?
You only get 3 characters. Where we back to the old version. That was a trade-off. So we have to
Welcome back to the halftime report. You're seeing the score on your screen, 37-28 in favor of Southeastern Illinois. Had a nice run there towards the end of the first half. And welcoming on to the broadcast for the first time this season, had to give him a chance. He's been our great statistician all season long. He has an amazing Twitter account. We'll make sure to plug at the end of this. Our guy, Anthony Rizzo. Anthony, how you doing, man?
Good. It's a pleasure to be on. I've always had the aspiration of being on the broadcast, and seeing you do it all season give me some aspiration to to do it myself. So
some motivation too, my lovely voice, right? No, I'm just messing with you. No, Anthony's been great for us, and he's got some great numbers he's going to share with us. It's been a back and forth game, but this Southeastern Illinois team, what have you seen from them?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like this game might be a little, the lead's probably bigger than it probably should be. I thought it was a pretty even first half. Southeastern Illinois probably did the little things a little better. There was 2 points on lane violation free throws that they capitalize on. That was just the simple things. DCC could be a closer game. They're playing really hard right now. Southeastern Illinois has a good guard. He's made some tough shots. And he's kind of been the difference in terms of what the score is right now.
What's that good guy? What's that good guard's name? I can guess.
Charles King.
Charles King.
They keep mentioning him on the broadcast or the PA announcer. He's making some references to England and whatnot. So
yeah, he's been fantastic, especially scoring on the mid-range there. I don't know if I've ever seen someone score mid-range shots as clean as he has, at least in the JUCO game. And we've seen a lot of great players this season.
Yep, right. He's hit some turnarounds, fadeaways, and he's attacking pretty hard. So you can just tell that one guy like that just can be the difference in a game that's pretty deadlocked in terms of both teams can't really get it going from beyond the arc. I think DCC is 2 for 11 right from 3 right now, and overall they're only shooting 35%. So got to get those shooting numbers up a little bit.
Yeah, this is typically a team that shoots 42% from the floor, so a pretty drastic number there. And one of the big keys of the game for Sam Swinford and the Southeastern Illinois team was to contain Daquan Coach, and he's only scored 2 points.
Yeah, the second foul that he picked up, I want to say 7 minutes into the game, kind of took him out of the first half, and he's made his impact on the defensive end, but yeah, nothing on the offensive side so far.
If you had to guess one Community Christian player to kind of explode here in the second half, who would it be?
I'm feeling like they got to get it going from 3, and a guy like Willie Williams or Trey West can hit a couple on the wing, because I mean, you got to shoot over the zone. If they're not tackling in the middle, they got to have some shooters hit some shots on the outside.
Williams is so efficient on the defensive side of the ball, and Trey West has all that bounce. We saw him try to go up for that alley-oop slam dunk. I thought he got it pushed over, but they said it just went out of bounds. So, we'll see what the kind of stuff they call here in the second half. We're getting ready to go into the second half. You see Southeastern Illinois, well, not quite. On the right side of your screen, they're going to be lining up ready to go. Take some mid-range shots here. Minute and a half until the second half starts. You're listening to the Community Christian College YouTube channel. Garrett Pog on the call here with you. And we'll be back on the other side of this.
Where did pressure come from? Where did pressure for SI? Huh?
I'm not worried about it. Everybody looks at the big ones.
Golconda? Okay.
Hey, where's the referee?
Is that one sheet you have? Does it have where they're from listed? After the game, can I look at that? Actually, it was my sheet anyway, but yeah, I want to look at where they're from now. Should have looked at it earlier, but
They're coming.
the referees now.
Yeah, we're missing the other
We automatically get a 2-point.
Right.
Because we're here ready to go, and so put 2 points up to the Falcons. Somebody did something like that, but it ended up coming down to that 2 points. You know?
Hey guys, do they do normal? Do they lose a timeout for not using it?
No, they
They get 4. They're doing 4 and 2 like normal.
Oh, they're doing 6? Oh, they're doing that? Okay.
What will I have to
Timeout should be 5.
You know where they're
What will be left for the second half?
She went back in to get hers.
All right. 5 and 6. We're going to 5 and 6.
Okay. 6 for Falcons.
6 for Falcons, yeah.
2
230s for full
230s
things.
and full.
Okay, so we're going to do it that way.
5 for the
And you got 35 minutes.
And they said her last year went overtime and they didn't get her.
So we're about to come up with a next play.
They had 2 overtimes last year. Double overtime.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
I had out there for you again. You got
All my contacts are mine.
Hey, do you have any questions about pronunciations or anything?
No, do you hear me? Am I okay?
It's Taekwondo. That's the only one that I heard.
Yes, okay, yeah. I've been calling last names anyway. You got it.
All right, yeah, you're good.
No, I'm good, thank you.
I mean, I guess I should have found on their door.
Right.
I guess you could.
What's that?
No, she went
to get it.
I told her, like, just go hit on the door.
Right.
I didn't think anything about like referees. You got a picture, man. I thought referees are just like, the only time you got a picture is somebody's yelling at you.
Yeah.
Smile.
Huh?
Could they call it delay game if they don't take the court?
Not these officials. They will do it.
Yeah, because they were late, almost late themselves. Hey, Fish.
Yeah.
Ain't like there's a lot of extra time anyway.
I know. We told them they got 35 minutes.
Remember that double overtime kind of put it up against last year.
Oh, yeah, they ready for this.
Come on, guys, we gotta go.
They said, what, no time? What they say? They say no timeout. They took a timeout or 2.
And they grabbed our, we had to grab our stuff up and head up the stairs. And everyone's like, get out of here.
There they come.
All right, here we go.
Sad thing is, they don't get to warm up whatsoever, you know?
I can't tell you how many AA tournaments I get. This one I get right there. 5 people running out. Trying to put the shoe on. Because they're late, they're running behind.
So, who's doing the music today? One of you guys? Okay. Is that what the Pacers use? Same songs or a lot of them?
The good guys, every good.
Make sure they went there. Make sure they have 5 outs. Get 5 outs.
You should get the horn song in sometime. You know what I'm talking about? Well, it's the one the closer comes out for the Mets. And has that big horn solo. Do you know the name of it? The big horn solo song?
Hey, come on, referee. Let's go.
Players taking the court here right now. Same starting lineups as what we got before. It's going to be Lucas Pig against Terrence Partridge to start off the second half here. 9-point lead for them. They had a nice run towards the end of the first half. Here's Ty Cease driving in on Coach, able to score the layup to open the scoring here in the second half, take a double-digit lead for the Falcons. Jeremy Willingham, top of the key, swings it out. That's Partridge, drives left hand, gonna get the mid-range he wants. That's off the mark, rebound to Malachi Harrison. Or Hamilton, excuse me. Spin move, Ty Cease wants to put it up. He's gonna get the foul. Hands were straight up in my mind, but regardless, they will get the foul call.
Foul number 4, Parks.
It's Solo Parks, who scored 6 points in the first half. That's typically what he averages in a game per game for this season. Tripping up my words there, apologies. Ty Cease makes the first one. I think he scored all of his points on free throws up to this point in the game. Now shooting 5 of 5 from the free throw line, averages 18 points per game. Coming off a knee injury from last season. Great to see him back on the court. Shoots 79% from the free throw line. He makes both of those 100% for the day. Daquan Coach sends it out. That's Partridge. Fakes the deep three. It's not the kind of shot you want at this point in the game. Here's Daquan Coach, wants to have his impact in the game, and he scores the layup. Good to go. Containing Daquan Coach was the #1 key to the game for this Falcons team. He had 2 fouls early in the first half, which sat him down for a while. He only has 2 points off of free throws. Gonna draw the foul from Terrence Partridge. They're gonna say he bumped him as he went up.
Partridge. To the line, #3, Lucas Pig.
lot of folks walking around here on the baseline as they gear up for the Indiana Pacers game tonight when they take on the Los Angeles Clippers. Both teams, as a part of this Court of Dreams, were also invited to be a part of that game later tonight. So we'll be somewhere in this building, not sure where. Big will miss that free throw too. I believe he was 0-2 on that one. Here's Daquan, coach, gives it to Parks. Sends it out. Jeremy Willingham gets the tipped pass, drives in, has the wide open layup. He's going to score. JV All-Star. He was on the All-Tournament team at Kuiper College's JV tournament that was hosted this weekend. So he won that plaque yesterday. He earned the start in today's game. Lucas Pig, Wadon Well now, top of the key there. Charles Kane gets the hard screen, trying to drive over Salmon Parks. Nothing but net. How are you supposed to stop that guy? Oh my goodness. 52% from the floor in his season. And Daquan, coach, has been hearing it from this Falcons crowd all game. Trey West, far side wing. Wants the three, he's gonna take it high, arcing shot. Rims in and out, rebound well. Ty Cease now, sends it to Pig to lead the offense. He's gonna face some tight defense from Terrence Partridge. Hamilton back to Pig, near side wing. Ball swinging around, that's Hamilton once again, guarded by Willingham. Driving in, wants the tough layup, not gonna get it to go. Willingham with the board. Now Partridge. Need to score quick on the fast break. He's gonna have a wide open mid-range for Solo Parks. Not able to get that. Trey West jumped too early for the board, and oh man. They're gonna call a travel, so it is gonna be a turnover, but you wanna make sure that, I believe that was Ty Cease that fell over. Coming off of that knee injury that he suffered last season. He's gonna step off the court. Brian Jenkins gonna take his place. He's jogging, not gingerly, so good to see that from him. Trey West wanted that pass. It's gonna be Lucas Pig diving for that on the other side of the court. Wants the open shot. He had the open shot. He's gonna pass it instead. Defense is gonna recover. Malachi Hamilton, open from three. He got all of that to extend the lead for the Falcons. Oh, speaking of open threes, here's Partridge, not going to capitalize on his. Rebound well. I got to talk about this transition defense for the Falcons. Lucas Pig gets the ball back here. Talk about it here in a second. If they miss this shot, watch how well this Falcons team transitions back on defense. They know how quick that the Lions like to play, so they've been able to get back on defense in an efficient manner. So Parks is going to get the board. It's going to get it ripped out of his hands. Wells going to get the ball. Drives in for the layup. Easy, good to go for the 6'10 sophomore from South Sudan. And this zone defense has been screwing up the Lions pretty much all game. They are going to call a timeout. It's going to be Coach Ken regrouping his team, getting ready to try to chip away at this lead. 16-point lead for the Falcons. We'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah, full.
You remember what time that timeout was in the first half? Around, I just throw a number down on here.
Yeah.
Was it early in the game? 7 minutes?
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Checking it. Gotcha.
We'll do 7:03.
Yeah, 2 black checking in.
2 black. Thank you. Got him.
Number 2 checking in, Williams. For the Lions.
What time do you need to be out? 1 o'clock?
I was thinking like, yeah, like during the time out, it's gonna take him too long.
Teams are going to take the court back again. And Southeastern Illinois has taken an 11-4 run here in the second half. So already had a 9-point lead. They have further extended on that lead. It's been all Falcons so far here in the Court of Dreams, trying to get revenge for last year's game when Community Christian came out with the win. Kevin Steele dribbles it off his leg. It's going to be a turnover back to Pig, who gets a steal. Pig finds Hamilton in the corner. Wanted to drive past Partridge, not quite. Can use his back. Here's Wadon Well from outside, a three-pointer. That's not typical, you see from him. Rebound, Cease. Back in the game, Charles Kane. Can he score from mid-range? Here's going to be Pig. Finds a pass out to Hamilton. Excellent passing and excellent scoring from Southeastern Illinois. Partridge near side wing trying to respond in any way. It's now a 14-4 run in the second half. Shantez Kane finds West inside, easy layup to go. Trying to chip away at this lead. That's what this Lions team needs to do. They've been on a huge skid. Getting a win on the Court of Dreams at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Indianapolis would be so huge for this program to try to finish above 500 this season. Lucas Pig drives in. Double team, gonna find Cease back out once again. Wanted to take the shot. He's gonna do it. That's a little too far. Rebound Well. He's gonna have to fight for it. He recovers. Hamilton, far three, off the mark. Rebound to Pig. They gotta box out. Come on, Lions. Charles Kane from outside. That's good to go. 15 points for one of the leading scorers in the USCAA. 20-point lead for Southeastern Illinois now. Double teamed, stolen. Here's Kane, and they're gonna call some sort of foul or some sort of out of bounds there. Oh, and it's gonna be Shantez Kane called for the hold. On a fast break here. Pig will take the ball out for the Falcons. So ball sent in. Here's Hamilton. Here's Kane. Wanted the shot. Guarded by Kearney. Tough steal. Here's going to be Kearney. Willie Williams on the other side of him. Wants a layup himself. He's going to get the foul from Lucas Pig. And he'll go to the line for two. Kwan Kearney from the Bronx. He averages 3 points per game. Just a hustle player. Shoots 58% from the free throw line. We'll see how he does in just a moment. If you're just joining us, it's been an excellent game despite what you're seeing on the scoreboard. A lot of hustle plays made by both sides. And we've had a great time here in Indianapolis, Indiana. First one is off the mark for Kwan Kearney.
Number 21, Jonathan Harris' son. Number 12, Gabe Jenkins.
Free throw percentage for Community Christian's been 80% before that last free throw. Southeastern Illinois, 64% from the free throw line. And the big talking point for Community Christian. Here's a layup and good to go. Trey West getting in there. Able to capitalize despite missing those two free throws. Ty Cease sends it out. Here's Harrison, back to Cease, top of the key. He likes shooting in opposition. He's gonna have it ball stolen from him. And it's gonna go off the leg of Cease, so it goes back to the Lions. 18-point deficit for DC3. 2-3 zone here from the Falcons. Wide open three for Terrence Partridge. He's now 1 of 10 on the day. Ty Cease. Fast break, wide open shot for Hamilton. He gets that one to go. Our stats don't cover shots from the mid-range and the paint, but my guess is this Falcons team is damn near 100% from the mid-range, if not very, very close to perfect. A lot of those shots being taken by Charles Kane and Malachi Hamilton. Speaking of mid-range, there's an air ball from Trey West. And the SIC crowd is going to let him hear it. Here's Charles Kane, top of the key, guarded by Kearney. Cease sends it out to Harrison. Cease gets the ball back, guarded by Terrence Partridge. Sends it out wide. That's Gabe James, able to fake the three, but he traveled, so it's going to go back the other way. And towards the middle left of your screen, when the camera pans back, you'll see kind of like a student section for Southeastern Illinois. Nice to see them come out and support their Falcons. They are technically the home team in this matchup. Last year, Community Christian served as the home team. West finds Partridge. Gonna drop the ball, just a lack of focus so far here from this Lions team. You hate to see it. Another mid-range shot that's gonna be off the mark for Trey West. Leading point scorer for DC3 so far. Hamilton has a wide open lane. Gonna take a little floater near the paint. He gets it to go to bring the lead back up to 20. Now 22, excuse me. Partridge wanted a three, not gonna take it. He's gonna drive into the lane. That layup is good to go. Needed that one. 12.5 minutes left to go here in the second half. You're hearing Sam Swinford yell out the play. Excellent head coach here. Played at Southeastern Illinois for 2 years. Played at a four-year school after that. I'm gonna draw a foul call from Terrence Partridge there. Just playing a little too chippy.
Second in for the game, number 3, Coach.
Coach checks back in. The SIC crowd has a good affinity for him for some reason. Now they're booing Trey West coming off the court.
They're all homeschool children. No, they are literally. They are.
Coach, leading scorer for this team this season, has only scored 2 points, and that ball's going to go out of bounds. Hamilton not expecting that pass. So, excuse me, only 4 points for him. He was able to score a layup earlier. Finds Kearney, far side Wayne. Here's Willie Williams in the mid-range. Our guy, Anthony Rizzo, our statistician, said that's the guy he expected to blow up here in the second half. He gets that first mid-range shot to go. 18-point deficit for DC3. Driving in here, Cease. Finds Hamilton. He's going to have another open mid-range shot. He misses that one. Charles Kane wanted a one-handed tip in. He's not going to get it. Kawan Kearney with the board. Now leading the fast break. Daquan Coach loses the dribble, but it goes off the leg of Gabe James. So they will retain possession. Kearney to take it in, or take it out, excuse me. Willie Williams now finds Partridge. Needs some confidence buckets from those two leading scorers on this team. Here's Partridge, now driving in, finds Taekwon Owens, gets the and one! Not typically someone who scores for this DC3 team, but he found the open layup and got bodied in the paint while getting the layup to go. And when we talked about Taekwon Owens averages less than a point per game, he misses that free throw, so still 2 points for him. Great to see him in this matchup. Great to see some guys who don't typically play on the Court of Dreams here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Indianapolis. Bryant Jenkins, near side Wayne. Fakes, drives in, wants Harrison, gonna get quadruple team damn near. Here's Charles Kane now in the paint. How do you stop that guy? They found a way to stop him that time. He gets the foul call this time around. They get Willie Williams, the Houston, Texas native, for the foul. Charles Kane, we've said plenty about him. 20 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 2 assists, as well as shooting 52% from the floor and 79% from the free throw line, where he's at right now. So far in this game, he's scored 15 points himself off 6 mid-range shots and 1 three-pointer. Malachi Hamilton, somebody who averages 11 points per game, has now scored 13, with 3 of those shots being from 3. Charles Kane misses that second one. Rebound Owens. Gets the ball back to Partridge, who gets it up to Kearney. Partridge gets the ball back, fakes it, able to drive through the middle of the defense. Gonna get that floater to go. Another confidence bucket. Down by 15. Again, disciplined defense. They can chip away at this lead. That was the big key to the game for Kendall English and co. And now he's fouled there by Taekwon Owens. Red shoes and all.
Foul number 12
So it is going to be Ty Cease going on the line. No, excuse me, that's Charles Kane. That's a beautiful thing about the Southeastern Illinois team is how efficient they are scoring. They can have anybody on this team go off for double-digit points in a game. Ty Cease typically averages 18, but they haven't needed him to score 18 in this game to go up a considerable amount. He'll take a seat. Mason Presser will come back in, 6'5" freshman. This is certainly going to be a team to watch out for in the USCAA playoffs. Not sure how those conferences or divisions work. I imagine it'll be similar to any other JUCO playoff, like the few tournaments we have here in Region 12. Mason Presser's going to try to drive past coach, finds Harrison in the paint. Here's Kane wide open from three. You don't want that. He misses it. Wanted the tip in, not going to get it. Willie Williams with the board. Now leading the fast break. Great transition defense from the Falcons. Sends it out wide. Now it's going to be stolen by Charles Kane. That 6'6" wingspan. Able to push off there. Here's John Harrison. Finds Brian Jenkins in the paint. Wants a hook shot. Going to miss that one. Rebound Kearney. Walking it up now. Kind of in a leisure pace. It is going to go off the backboard before it's touched, so it is going to be a goaltending. So they will count the basket. And it is going to be an and one. So he's going to go to the line for one. Great job there from Kawan Kearney. Pretty much go up against 4 Falcons there to force the goaltending and the foul at the same time.
At the line, shoot one, team Kearney.
Student section making their voices heard. Charles King now. Going to get it past half court. Tight defense there. Kane now going to find a wide open lane. He's going to go up and get that layup to go. Euro step and everything. 20 points for him. 17-point lead for Southeastern Illinois. This Falcons team very happy with that, considering where this team was last season and where they are this year. And he stepped out of bounds. That's happened more than enough times for Kearney. Pig's going to check back in for the Falcons.
You got six out.
Ty Cease will check back in, guarded tightly by Kearney. Now a full court press up to this point. Able to get past it. Here's Lucas Pig driving in, wide open lane. Presser on the outside, wants a three-pointer. He'll take it, a little too far. Rebound well. Malachi Hamilton, he's been great scoring. Let's see him do it again, not quite. And that's gonna be an over-the-back foul by Wadon Well.
Foul number 4, Wadon Well.
White, it's on white. Yeah.
That's only the 4th team foul.
Yeah.
That's the second one on Well.
We're bonus on this.
9 minutes to go here on the Court of Dreams Classic, Indianapolis, Indiana. 2-3 zone defense from the Falcons. Their coach explained to me that they typically only play man, but you know, we've pretty much seen a 2-3 zone this entire time. So obviously he must have saw something in the film that made him thought this team just doesn't play well against a 2-3 zone, and he was right. Able to draw the foul there. I believe that was Wadon Well with the foul on that one as well.
Foul number 1, Malachi Hamilton.
His second.
Excuse me, it's going to be a foul on Hamilton. His second of the game. Terrence Partridge, 8 points, shooting 3 of 12 from the floor, 0 of 5 from outside, 2 of 3. Make that 2 of 4. Someone typically shoots 73% from the free throw line and 36% from the floor at 17 points per game. One of many sophomores for this Community Christian team. He'll be looking for a home next season. Takes that free throw to go. Makes 1 of 2. So a 16-point lead for the Falcons. 8.5 minutes to go in the second half. Court of Dreams Classic. We've had an excellent time here in Indianapolis. Great hospitality from the Pacers staff as well. Pig looking to drive in. Finds Charles King. Hamilton, top of the key. Wants anybody. Finds Cease, far side wing. Guarded by Willie Williams. Fakes a jump. Here's going to be Charles King for an open three. Now an open mid-range shot. He gets it to go.
The King, number 2, Charles King.
Charles King can score from anywhere. That's 22 points for him this afternoon. Terrence Partridge now sends it out. Trey West. Got to put the earmuffs on with this student section crowd. Rebound would down well after the missed hook floater from Shantez Kane. Pig wants to find a teammate. He finds Cease. 1 to the 3, not going to take it. He drives in, right-handed floater off the glass. Good to go. Bank is open even on a Sunday. And Coach Ken's going to call one of his 2 timeouts left. 7.5 minutes left to go. The Falcons up 20 over your DC3 Lions. We'll be back in a sec.
They have 3 left now, right? They're down to 3 timeouts. Correct.
Yeah. I was looking at the damn timeout number. Yep, it happens. Everybody does it.
When you see that, I was like,
yeah. Nice goaltending. We like it. It's on the glass. Yes, it is. We have 2 horns for him.
Yeah, we're ready.
Detroit getting the ball back in. One of many college games to take place here, or one of many basketball games, I should say, to take place in Indiana. Here, that's Daquan Coach, mid-range shot, wanted that one. It's going to rim in and out. Rebound to Charles King. The Pacers will play at Indiana at 1:30 later today. And of course, your Lions will be in the crowd for the Pacers at Clippers at Pacers game in just a few hours.
That's 5.
That's 5 on him. Hold on,
5 on 11.
And Shantez Kane is now fouled out of the game. That's 5 fouls on him. And Coach Ken looking at his bench saying, who do I got left? Sends in Willingham. He might have to send our camera operator, Chandler Burgess-Taylor, if things get really bad. Ty Cease gets his first free throw to go. It is 16 fouls, so it is going to be, 17 fouls, so it is a 1-and-1. He gets both of those to go. Ty Cease, effective score. He's now in the double-digit category. Trey West driving in, wants a layup by any means necessary, drives in, tips his own, miss back in. Great offensive board and great focus from Trey West to get that ball back in. Full court press from DC3. They want to make this game close if they can. Ty Cease impressed with himself, able to get that ball back in. Tough defense against Charles King. Lucas Pig, far side Wayne, guarded by Willie Williams. Great man-to-man defense. Here's Daquan Coach, able to strip that ball away, but it goes off his hand, so it is going to go out of bounds in favor of the Falcons. And it is going to be a timeout from Sam Swinford. So 6.5 minutes left to go. Looks like he's going to draw up some sort of play, maybe empty out his bench a little bit to get everybody else some playing time. We'll be back in a sec.
That leaves them with 5. Yep. Good.
Hey, Alyssa.
Yes, you have 5 left.
So Sam Swinford was just informed that he has 5 timeouts left if he chooses to use them. I'm gonna hope for our sake that he does not use all 5 timeouts. He sends that ball off of Daquan Coach's chest, and Ty Cease is gonna console him and make sure that he's not. Daquan Coach not happy with it. Went off his.
Yeah, he called a timeout. Yeah.
So Sam Swinford's going to call another timeout. I must have jinxed it. We're going to be sitting here in timeout haven for the last 6.5 minutes of this game. So while we got to time Trey West, we talked about him earlier, leading point scorer going into halftime, and he's still the leading point scorer with 13 points, the only DC3 player in double figures. Charles Kane has now earned himself a double-double, 22 points, 10 rebounds for him. Just such a good season for the Southeastern Illinois team, one that's finished a couple seasons ago at 5-16. Last year they were 10-17 to finish out the year, and now 22-6. So just a excellent turnaround in record time for Sam Swinford and co. Excellent coach. He played for and coached the Team USA under-19 team some time ago. So obviously a proven coach, one that can get players to their best and reach their highest potential. As Lucas Pig's going to send the ball back in, or at least try to. He gets it to Hamilton, and he dribbles it out of bounds, so it goes the other way.
Lions basketball.
Willie Williams to lead the offense. Here's Terrence Partridge. Now at a point where 6.5 minutes left, down by 20. Just want to try to see how you can chip into this lead and what else you can do with this offense here in the last couple minutes. He gets that blocked by Charles Kane. Able to get his own rebound was Kevin Steele. Malachi Hamilton sends that out of bounds, but it goes back to the DC3 Lions.
Lions basketball.
Ball back in. Here's Jeremy Willingham for 3. He gets it to go. JV all tournament man there. The score is going to be 69-52 in favor of your DC3 Lions. Or sorry, in favor of the Falcons. That's a layup that's no good. Wadon Well wanted a shot. He's going to get the foul instead. We'll make sure to fix that scoreboard here for you.
14 Steel Jr. with the foul. Shoot two. Four with Well.
Wadon Well gets that first shot to go. His averages this season, he shoots 80% from the free throw line. 6'10" player, only has 4 rebounds per game. This offense is kind of a modified Princeton, in the words of Sam Swinford, so he will typically play at the top of the key. Here's Willingham once again from outside. That one's a little short. Rebound Well, right as I say that. He's had a few rebounds for himself. Here's Hamilton. He wants Pig. Finds him outside in the near side wing. Ty Cease playing defense against Cato. Cato not a fan of that screen. Kevin Steele wants to steal. He's going to get it. Earning up his namesake. Wants Trey West to get up there, and he does. 15 points for Trey West.
Number 5, West.
So Kevin Steele had to go against 2 guys. Trey West only had to body 1 in order to get up there. Tough screen from Charles Kane. Opens up the offense a little bit. Malachi Hamilton, by any means necessary, moving all types of directions in order to get that layup up and good. And he does. Here's Trey West, leading point scorer for DC3 in this game, 15 points for him. Up against the Falcons, here's Terrence Partridge driving in. Finds Willingham in the corner. He'll take another 3. That one is off the mark. Lucas Pig gonna jog up the court now, look to take as much time as possible. 4.5 minutes left to go. We'll start the clock here for you. Wadon Well able to get that layup up and good. Hard to stop that 6'10" frame. A little dipsy-do up and under layup for Terrence Partridge is good. brings the deficit back down to lower than 20 at 56-75. Lucas Pig wants a layup. He's going to force a foul and one. The only player for this Falcons team that is under 6 foot, able to get himself a tough bucket in the lane. Take it from coast to coast.
With the opportunity for the and one, number 3, Lucas Pig.
Lucas Pig averages 6 points per game. In this game, he has scored only 2. Those are his first 2 points of the game. 0 of 2 from the line up to this point. He makes that one, so he's 1 of 3 now.
6'7" freshman from Ridgeway. 6'7" sophomore from Ridgeway.
And as we talked about, Chandler Burgess-Taylor and Andre Forbes will check back in a little bit. Here's Burgess-Taylor. Defense for that, off the mark. That's going to be Lucas Pig. Wants it by himself. He's going to force another foul. No. Terrence Partridge, that was all ball there. So good work from him. So Burgess-Taylor will get some playing time here in the last few minutes of this Court of Dreams Classic. They will now even the score as DC3 won this matchup last year when they served as the home side. Pig sends it in. That's John Harrison. Sends it in. Pig will be in the paint. That's not typically where you see him. Gabe James finds Hamilton on the near side wing, guarded by Burgess-Taylor. Gets Hamilton able to get up there, and he's going to get fouled, I believe, by Kevin Steele on that one. So he'll go to the line for 2. He scored plenty in this game. 13 points for him, has a chance to reach that 15 mark. Ty Cease now in double figures, 12 points for him. And he's perfect from the line, 8 for 8. Number 11 is. Brian Jenkins is going to check back in after that miss from the free throw line from Malachi Hamilton. But he will check in for the shooter. Both of those free throws are off the mark, but that's going to be Riley Rushing who's checked back in, trying to rip that ball away. Not going to go his way, so it'll be Terrence Partridge. Off the mark there. Gabe James going to try to keep the defense away. It is going to be a foul on Terrence Partridge there. They didn't like the hand holding going on towards Gabe James as he was dribbling up the court. And they are in the bonus, so the double bonus now at this point, so we will take 2.
He's got it right here. How many fouls?
Number 5?
That number 1 has. How many is 1?
That's start foul.
First basket, good. Checking in number 10, Brian Jenkins.
And for this Lions team, only 1 game left after this, but it's been an up and down season for them, to say the least. They've had a lot of great wins and a lot of not so great losses. Still a fun team to watch pretty much all times. Here's a floater from Trey West, not going to get that one to go. Brian Jenkins with the board there. He'll get the ball back. We'll look to slow down the offense. Lucas Pig will reset. Gabe James finds Brian Jenkins wide open. Wants Rushing to get a open shot. Lucas Pig going to get fouled by Trey West there.
Foul number 5, West.
Again, we will have a live stream for you this Thursday night when the DC3 team will celebrate sophomore night against Washtenaw Community College. I will not be in attendance, so it'll just be a clean stream. Just a simple camera moving back and forth kind of action there. As Joel Horton's going to get ready to check in a second.
Pass it by number 3, Lucas Pig. Check to number 34, Joel Horton. 6'3" sophomore from North City, Illinois.
I think in the 90s, I think both teams were. It was a contest. They had Chase out of here. They were still too long.
Partridge sends it out wide. Chandler Burgess-Taylor has just checked in a few minutes ago. Here's Trey West, open 3. He's going to take it. That's off the mark. Rebound to Jenkins. Look to dribble on the fast break. Going to get double teamed. Able to get it stolen away. Here's Trey West. What are we going to see right here? Trey West! the leading point scorer for DC3 in this game. John Harrison finds Joel Horton. He's been out with injury for most of the season. Great to see him score, and the fans love that one quite a bit. You see he's wearing a lot on that upper body. And there's a nice floater from Terrence Partridge on the other side there. Two minutes left to go in this game. Gabe James gonna find an open three. Off the mark, rebounded to Rushing. He's gonna dribble it out of bounds, but Partridge is the last one to touch it, so ball goes back to him. Tyze Rowland will come in for the first time today, as well as Mason Presser, the freshman, as they look to empty out the bench and make sure everybody gets time here on the Indiana Pacers floor. Rushing wanted a basket. Here's Presser inside, misses that one. Rebound, Trey West. Look to dribble on the fast break. He'll dribble through everybody, wants an open bucket. He's gonna get it again. 19 points for him. Some dribble moves. Tyze Rowland wants a bucket for Riley Rushing. He'll miss that one. And Brian Jenkins will be on the rebound to come back up and in. Open three for Partridge. He misses that one. I don't think he's made a three today. Brian Jenkins able to make that bucket, and it's going to be a timeout. Is it? Not quite. Maybe just a timeout in principle to sub in some players on both sides. A little over a minute to go left here. They'll just look to see what kind of offense they can generate. Here's Chandler Burgess-Taylor with an open three. Off the mark, rebound to Presser. Tyze Rowland. Finds Joel Horton. Now Riley Rushing. Open John Harrison inside. Cato's gonna jump on him, no foul called. He'll put up his own layup. Willie Williams from outside. That's short. Rebound to Partridge. Sends it out, Burgess-Taylor. Goes to Trey West. That's off the mark. DC3 team still fighting. Shot clock is now turned off. And my guess is they will most likely dribble this clock out unless Riley Rushing's gonna take a three, and that's off the mark. So Kevin Steele and Terrence Partridge will do the same. Chandler Burgess-Taylor gets the open bucket there. So 8 seconds left to go. They'll look to dribble this one out. And that is going to be the end of the Court of Dreams Classic here. The Falcons 89, your DC3 Lions 64 is the final score. And they have to get ready for the Indiana Pacers game in just a few seconds, so they're going to rush us off the court. So no post-game show here for you, but because it is my last basketball game this season, I just want to say it's been a pleasure being on the call for all the home games here, not only here at the Court of Dreams Classic, but also at Dearborn Academy, as well as Centerline Prep. We're going to start to take down here in a second. I appreciate all of you guys who have watched throughout the season, your support of JUCO Athletics. I am more than pumped to start baseball season with you guys here in a couple weeks, and we'll see you then. From Indianapolis, Indiana, my name is Garrett Pogg. His name is Anthony Rizzo, our statistician, who's been great all season long, and we'll see you later. Have a good night.